friends and fellow Hanos out there on YouTube. This is Boneyard Creep here, coming at you with something a little different, a little special. I'd like to try and do this at least once a month in my vlogs. And it may be a little tough because the way I have to do it is a little different than other people have to do it. Maybe I can figure out a better way of doing it. But for right now, we're going to try and make this work with as little hiccups as possible. I'm going to do some interviews. I'm going to do some interviews with people you may know, you may not know. If you don't know them and you're not subscribed to them, please go to their channel and subscribe to them. The first guy I got for you today is Mr. Greg Dempsey. He hails from Laverne, Tennessee. He's more affectionately known as Mr. Halloween Freak here on YouTube. Greg and I have become real good friends the last year. We've never met, but we talk a lot on the phone. We text a lot. He gives me a lot of inspirational things, a lot of inspirational ideas. And he's helped me out with some electrical issues on some things that I've had last year. Just a really great guy. He's got a great yard haunt and has been doing it for a number of years now. So without further ado, I give you Mr. Greg Dempsey, Mr. Halloween Freak. Hey Greg, how's it going, man?
Hey Steve, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate the invite, man. Thanks.
Yeah, all right, man. How are things out there in Tennessee?
Oh man, the weather's great today. It's sunny, like 50 degrees. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better day, which typically means building a prop day, you know. But I don't have anything in mind right now. Got a list of a few things I'm going to think about building, but I don't know just yet. But I should be taking advantage of it.
All right, awesome to hear, bro. Hey, let's just go ahead and get started here. I've just got a few questions here for you, and we'll try to make it a little interesting for people. So tell us, man, when was the first time that the Halloween bug bit you, and why?
Let's see. Man, I've always had the Halloween bug ever since I was a little kid, you know. I go back to the days of dressing up like Frankenstein, you know, in a hobo or what have you. So it's always been in me, but probably really started building in like 2000, 2001. And it just kind of grew from there. And, you know, I do it for the kids, the adults, anybody around, anybody who wants to get a piece of it, look at it, and videotape it and put it on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. I love it. It's great. It's you know, I get a huge ego. You know, I can't even fit through the garage door sometimes after Halloween's over, so.
What was the very first thing that you built? And what's your favorite prop that you built so far?
Yeah, the first prop I built was in, I think it was 2001. It was the bride and groom prop. Just a slow-moving actuator that moves the two skeletons up out of the coffin and go back down. I mean, it's a pretty simple prop. It moves slow enough the kids don't freak out or anything like that. But yeah, it's still a great prop. Still works great, even to this day. My favorite to this day is probably the Cauldron Creep. I mean, that's a great build. I don't think everybody loves the Cauldron Creep.
Can you say that you've looked back and you look at your older props and you still say that you love them? Are they still some of your favorites?
Oh yeah, I love all the old props, man. Every one of them, and the new ones. If I didn't like any of them, they would never make it to the front yard. I promise you. No one would ever see them.
All right, man. Well, you got a pretty awesome yard haunt out there. How long would you say it takes you to set up and take it down?
No, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I'm pretty much a one-man show, you know, as far as building. And the setup time, I do it in probably, sometimes it takes 2 to 3 days to put it up. And the takedowns, probably like 2 hours or less. I mean, I have to get it done pretty quick. I don't want to keep it out all night. Most of it's electronics and stuff that I really don't feel like covering it with plastic and what have you, so the rain or the weather doesn't get to it. But, you know, it's kind of like Thanksgiving. You know, it takes, you know, 2 days to make and 30 minutes to wolf down, you know.
So, Greg, tell us, how do you feel 2012 went for you? I mean, as far as prop building goes, as far as even the weather was for you, and how did the setup and the takedown go for you?
Oh man, 2012 haunt was fantastic. I couldn't ask for better weather, dude. I mean, it was great. It's probably like mid 50s, the 60s, or something like that, and that was, during the build to set up for it, which, like I said, took a couple days, something like that. But and of course, the takedown was even faster. But yeah, it went off without a hitch. It was fantastic, and I hope we get to do it again, this year. If I can keep up the weather. If not, I'll have to move all the crap in the garage, which is much smaller than the front yard.
So, do you have any big plans for 2013?
Yes. But I'm not making any promises, but I would love to build a mausoleum for my FCG. Too many people did it last year, and I hate copying anybody, but I don't care. At this point, that's what YouTube is for, is get ideas from people and inspiration off each other and everything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of shooting for. I think that's the biggest build is the mausoleum.
All right, Greg. Now I know you're married, and I know how my wife feels about Halloween, but she actually loves it. So I guess I want to know, how does your wife feel about Halloween?
Yes, the wife. She is absolutely the best at Halloween. She understands it's my crazy addiction. And she's cool with it. She's way cool with it. I mean, I think she gets a kick out of it too, because she sees it brings a smile to everybody's face, and mine as well. So why not? But yeah, man, towards the beginning of Halloween, the Halloween season, she's always on the lookout for skeletons and cloaks and this and that and bones and bag of bones and that kind of thing. Of course, she works at a place that sells that, during the season, so I can get it reasonably cheap. But yeah, she's great. I couldn't ask for a better companion.
All right, buddy, so just to wrap things up here, I'd like to know, and I think the haunting world would like to know, is what's your favorite horror movie and why?
Oh, without a doubt, man, without a doubt. Evil Dead, absolutely great movie. Low budget, kind of a third-rate B movie or something, but man, the makeup and design, absolutely fantastic. I mean, to this day, I still get freaked out watching. I even know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. I've seen it a billion times, but I still jump out of my seat every time. I sit there and go, well, here it comes, and bam, I'm freaking out. It's just a great movie. I love it.
Wow, man, that's awesome. You probably don't know this. Maybe you do. That happens to be my favorite horror movie of all time, too. It's probably a lot of people's favorite horror movie. It's just so amazing how it's such a cult classic, and it just, did it get corny in part 2 a little bit? Did it get really corny in part 3? Sure. But man, that first one, Evil Dead, I remember seeing it. I was probably 11 or 12 years old, and I pissed myself for a week. I couldn't sleep. It was just something that I'll never forget. So, man, I agree with you 100%. So, well, man, that's all I got really today. I just wanted to say thanks a lot for coming by and giving us all a little insight on the freak's life there, the haunt life of the freak. And, with your permission, I'll show some props that you've done in the past, and we'll close the show out. So, thanks a lot, brother. See you later.
Hey, thank you, Steve, man. I really appreciate it. And absolutely, show all the videos, pics, and anything you want to. Is the more the merrier, you know what I mean? So, and thanks again, buddy. See ya.
If you're interested in doing one of these interviews with me, and you have an iPhone and some free time on a weekend, please hit me up. You can personal message me here on YouTube, or you can contact me at theboneyardcreep@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Keep killing it. Bye.